Hi Virgo, welcome or welcome back to the channel. This is another Virgo channel and this is another Virgo reading. Let's get started with a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you. Alright, get your water, your tea, your snack, whatever you need. And let's jump into this. Before we begin though, I want to let you know that this reading may not resonate with you. Please only take the parts that fit into your story and leave the rest for someone else. And I also want to say a huge thank you to those of you who have donated or who do donate to the channel. I am very grateful for you. And if I didn't get a chance to thank you personally, I wanted to thank you here. So thank you. And I'm always asking that the energy be returned to you times 10. Also, thank you to those of you who just hit the like button and are subscribed to the channel and who do comment down below as well. I am also equally grateful for you. Let's jump into your messages now. The first thing I wrote down is you've paid your dues. You know how sometimes it takes years to get something off the ground because you have to learn, you have to pay your dues, etc. This could be in a job or this could be just in life, but Spirit is saying that you have paid your dues, okay? And then I also channeled something about snow day. So you may be experiencing snow wherever you are in the world whenever you're listening to this, or there's something about a snow day that is significant. And then I was watching The Last of Us on HBO Max yesterday, and there's this quote in there that says, when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. So when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. But also what I was getting from that was a flashback to the Insidious movies. And I'm a huge horror fan. Some of you may also be into horror movies as well. Some of my favorite horror movies are Insidious and Insidious 2. The rest, not so much, but that's what happens when you extend something into like a 4 or 5 movie series. Sometimes it just gets lost, you know what I'm saying? But the first and second Insidious, some of my favorite movies. Anyway, in those movies, there's like parts of it where it's really, really dark. And you have to find the light, right? And so while this person or while the character is trying to find the light and trying to get out of the darkness, you kind of have to just walk forward, right? And you just have to keep moving and testing out different directions. And then once you reach a place that you're not supposed to go to, hope this is making sense, there'll be a ghost that pops out, or there'll be something scary that pops out, and it's a way for the universe to redirect you to the right direction. So whenever you're in the darkness, look for the light. Instead of sitting still in the darkness and waiting for the light to come to you, look for the light while you're in the darkness. And every time that you reach something that's scary, or that's a jump scare, or that gives you anxiety, then you know that it's supposed to be redirecting you. It's I'm trying to figure out how to put this. It's the light will always help you find it, but you can't find the light unless you start looking for the light yourself. This is metaphorically speaking as well, but it's say we're in a room and it's just a pitch black room, but we don't know where the door is. We have to look for it in order to find the light, in order to find the door. And if we get to the wrong part of the room, we're going to run into a wall, right? Or we're going to run into something scary that redirects us back to the light. So it's all about trial and error is what I'm getting, but when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. I hope that makes sense. Also, I wrote down stop waiting until it gets bad to do something about it. That's generally speaking. I have this tendency to wait until things get bad before I actually take action on them, and Spirit's saying whenever you get the idea, whenever it pops up for you, deal with it right then and there, and it'll be easier for you. But overall, the message here is stop waiting until it gets bad to do something about it. I also wrote down you're done with that casual hookup, or you're done with meaningless sex, or something like that. Some of you know what this is about. I just heard it from Spirit. You're done with that casual hookup. And I feel for some of you, you've been wanting to be done with this casual hookup. You just keep doing it out of convenience or because you're bored or something like that. But Spirit is saying you're done with that casual hookup. And I feel you already know that you're done with that casual hookup because you want to be done with that. You know what I'm saying? I also channeled 1044 and 1055, so those could be numbers that you're seeing as well. And then I wrote down you are a global citizen. There's this book by this content creator named Damon Dominique on Instagram and YouTube, and he wrote a book called You Are a Global Citizen. And I haven't gotten to read it or anything like that, but I keep seeing it on my Instagram feed from him, and I just channeled this message that we're all human, so we can all communicate even if we don't speak the same language. We are all global citizens. Because I kept seeing this, and I kept having this message of we're all one, we're all connected, we can all communicate through body language, through eye contact. You know what I'm saying? We have this ability to connect with other human beings because we are all human. We all have human DNA, which means we all have something in common. which I found very interesting to just like think about and to ponder about. So that could be food for thought for some of you, but you are a global citizen, okay? And then I wrote that you are a part of the solutions, not the problems. Okay, Virgo, it's important that you remind yourself that right now, that you are a part of the solutions, not a part of the problems, okay? I was just hearing somebody saying, oh, I'm trying to help. Oh, I'm trying to help this or something like that. And it felt like it was you, Virgo. And people are trying to make you feel like you're the problem, or maybe you're trying to make yourself feel like you're the problem. But Spirit is saying that you are a part of the solutions, not the problems. You are helping to make things better. Okay, and then I also heard you've awakened them. And this feels like you've awakened people in your community, or you've awakened people in your family. You've brought people to spirituality. You've brought people to a higher power. You've awakened them just by being yourself, by reading the cards, by practicing your spirituality, etc. I've talked about this before, but the work that we do to heal ourselves helps to heal our collective, helps to heal our family, helps to heal our lineage and our DNA to come. So you've awakened them is a message that you needed to know. But I also am getting that for some of you, you've awakened your divine counterpart to spirituality and to the connection with you. Some of you are in twin flame connections, and you're going to be connecting with your twin flame this year in 2023. I've been channeling so much about the twin flame, and it feels heavy around May, and I'm getting significance around summer is when you'll meet this person or when you'll be with this person. Okay, of course somebody's name could be Summer or May or June, I just heard. Those could also be months that are significant, May and June. Okay, but I'm hearing that you've awakened them. Whether they know who you are or not, and whether you know who they are or not, you've awakened your divine counterpart to divinity and to this connection. And then I also wrote down you have a way of bringing people together. All races, ethnicities, religious, spiritual beliefs, etc. You have a way of bringing people together. And then I also wrote down you can't lose your gift, it's innate. Or you can't lose your mojo, it's innate, which means that it's inside of you, which means that you can't lose it and nobody can take it away from you. Some of you, I was getting that maybe you're having trouble reading the cards, or you're having trouble channeling spirit, or you're having trouble like using your gift to the way that you used to, or something like that. But Spirit is saying that you can't lose your gift, it's innate. Sometimes we do have to take a break from what we're doing just so that we can get a new experience or gain a new perspective or something, right? But Spirit is saying you can't lose your gift, it's innate. And then I wrote down that the universe is always sending you signs. And some of the signs that I was getting are 22, 222, 444, 888, cats, squirrels, lizards, and music. You may receive signs from the universe through song lyrics or through specific songs, but those are some of the signs that I was picking up on that you will be experiencing, or you already are experiencing from the universe. But it was important to note that the universe is always sending you signs, even when you don't feel like the universe is sending you signs. The universe is always sending you signs. And then I was told to tell you to listen to Persuasive by Doechii and SZA, especially if you like Doechii and SZA. The song isn't going to be for everybody because it just isn't, but I was told to tell you to listen to Persuasive by Doechii and SZA. There's a line in there that's like, how does it feel to be you? How does it feel to be you, Virgo? And I feel like there's this like self-confidence coming from my Virgos. There's this self-empowerment coming from my Virgos. There's this self-love energy coming from my Virgos. Like, you've paid your dues is what I'm getting, right? So listen to Persuasive by Doechii and SZA if that calls to you. And then for some of you, I also channeled the song Big Yellow Taxi by Joni Mitchell or The Counting Crows featuring Vanessa Carlton. And the lyric I was getting is, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They pave paradise and put up a parking lot. Which is a message that I got last night, and then I woke up to this song this morning. And last night I almost did this reading for you because I was just like, what? I need to tell Virgos about this. But Spirit was saying don't jump to conclusions and don't rush into anything and don't jump to anything, right? No assumptions, no conclusions, etc. Just don't jump to it. And I was like, okay, I'll wait. But last night I was getting this message about somebody who wants to come back into your life, or somebody who's going to try to come back into your life, to reconcile, to be friends again, to just be in your energy. And for some of you, you don't want this. And this person is not your divine counterpart who's coming back into your life. This twin flame divine counterpart energy is someone separate from whoever I'm channeling or whoever I channeled last night. And this person is like regretful. right? And I feel like we've tapped into this before, but it continues to keep showing up because this person is still hanging on to you and this person is not over you. There may be some kind of closure that's coming up in February, and that's why I'm tapping into it, because this person is missing you and this person wants to see if you can work things out, but I feel like for most of you, you don't want to. The thing is here, Spirit is saying be honest with yourself. For some of you, it's like, I mentioned this person's name and you're just like, no, fuck that. Forget that person. I don't want to be around this person. I don't want that person. But if you're really honest with yourself, you do still have love for this person. You do still have some sort of feelings for this person. Or you can identify how you did have feelings for this person in the past and how you don't want any bad blood for them. Like, you still have love for them and can still hold space in your heart for them, but you don't actually want to be in a committed relationship with them or friendship with them, because I feel like you've already learned your lesson from this person. But Spirit is asking you to be honest with yourself, and the more that you are honest with yourself, the more clear the answers will be that you need, because I'm getting that for some of you, you need answers when it comes to love and you're not receiving them because you're not being honest with yourself. So Spirit is asking you to be honest with yourself, especially when it comes to love and it comes to past partners, right? That's just what I'm getting. But you are paradise, and for some of you, they paved paradise and put up a parking lot, metaphorically speaking, right? They chose a parking lot and they chose money, or they chose something superficial over you, even though you're the prize. It is what it is. Let's dive into your cards now. 11:11 on the timer, so that is a significant sign for some of you as well. Where do we want to start here, Spirit? Okay, we'll start with the tarot. Let me get a drink first and we'll dive into your messages. I kind of want to do a reading for February, since it's about to be February whenever I'm filming this. It's currently January 30th when I am filming this. However, whenever you're listening to this is whenever you are meant to hear it. So, angels, ancestors, God, please come through. Use me as the vessel for my Virgos. What do Virgos need to know for February? I'm being told to tell you that I have a personal channel. It's called Chandler Mastin. I will put that in the description box below. I do other readings over there, but I also film vlogs, makeup content, a bunch of stuff over there. But there are some Virgo readings, and I have recently done some collective readings that have all signs time-stamped, so you may want to go listen to your Virgo placement or any other placements over on that channel. Like I said, I will put it in the description box for you. Okay, so angels, what does Virgo need to know for February? Page of Rods. I'm getting something about new beginnings. There's like a fresh start or a new beginning for you. You may be making new friends in February, or you may just be putting yourself back out there in February, in the public, into the community. I feel like you're coming out of your hermit phase. For those of you who resonate with being stuck in your hermit stage or being in a hermit phase in general, you're never really stuck, but you're becoming unstuck if you feel stuck. That was a message. And the Page of Rods represents confirmation. So this reading has been confirmation for some of you, or you will receive confirmation from the universe after this reading or during this reading. The Page of Rods does represent confirmation. So there's also going to be a lot of confirmation in the month of February. You think it, the universe confirms it. You speak it, the universe confirms it. You write it down, the universe confirms it, etc. So a lot of confirmation, which is good because I feel like the universe is validating you after you've learned how to validate yourself. And then we're seeing the Fool card, which talks about new beginnings. I'm getting that for some of you, you're meeting a new person, or meeting a new friend, or meeting a new business partner. Maybe it's all wrapped in one. I just saw 1333, so 333 could also be significant. This person could be like a friend, lover, and business partner all wrapped into one, and you're meeting them in February. Wow, the 8 of Wands too. There's a lot of communication here, a lot to talk about, a lot of good ideas for you in February. It feels like February is a very fast-moving month. I'm just like tapping into this energy, and the cards are just coming out, and my words just are coming. So I feel like that's a message, is that February is very quick. Very fast paced, it almost feels like. I feel like you're getting a lot of work done, or you're getting a lot of ideas to get some work done. There's a focus for you in February on work and career, but I feel like that's pretty normal for my Virgos. You may be starting a new project, or you may be like continuing a project, but it's important that you remember that you've paid your dues. So that's why this new beginning is happening, or that's why this new door is opening here, because you've paid your dues. Let's get one more card here for February. Judgment. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. The number 20 could be significant as well, or 22, right? We talked about that earlier. And I just saw 444. So a lot of synchronicities and a lot of angel numbers here coming through for you in the month of February, which means you are protected by your angels, for sure. Any evil eye that has been sent towards you, any jealousy, any envy, etc. is being returned to sender. You don't even have to worry about it. You don't even have to think about it, right? We don't even have to tap into it because it's really above us, is what I'm getting, and it's really above you. Yeah, the Four of Cups. Spirit's asking you to just kind of like chill, relax, wait for it to come around or wait for it to happen, because your enemies or your competition or the people who have sent you all of this evil eye are receiving judgment around this time. They are receiving karma for what they've done to you, right? And what they've said about you or what they've said to you here. So you don't even have to worry about the evil eye. Spirit's got you on that. Archangel Michael is definitely looking out for you, I'm seeing, for some of you who do practice or who do work with Archangel Michael. I do see that Archangel Michael is listening. Archangel Michael is helping and guiding you. Archangel Michael feels like he's here right now. Absolutely. Archangel Michael is giving you strength, is what I'm getting. And you're going to have a lot of strength in the month of February. And I'm feeling like for some of you, you're going to have the strength to cut out negativity, to cut out toxicity, whether this be a substance, whether this be a friend who's not really a friend, whether this be just people who are being negative, whatever. I feel like you're going to have the strength, the courage to cut them out of your life. You may be taking like a road trip or like a solo trip in February here. Okay, with the Fool card, this can represent some kind of travel, so you may be having some kind of travel opportunity or trip coming up for you in February. Let's clarify. What is the Page of Rods, please, for my Virgos in February? Okay. So we're seeing the Knight of Swords, clarifying the Page of Rods. So there is somebody here coming in with a message. There's a messenger. What is this message about, please? The Page of Rods can also represent a message. And with the Judgment card and the Seven of Swords, I feel like you can't necessarily trust this person, or you can't necessarily trust this message. For some of you, I'm getting that you're breaking it off with someone, or you're breaking up with someone, and I feel like you're the one doing this. You may have Gemini rising or Gemini Mercury, I'm getting. Okay. Let's see what this message is about, though, before we continue to speculate. What is the message about? Ooh. Okay, the Strength card again. So somebody here is like taking a leap of faith to message you. This could be more than one person. Could be a Leo or an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Somebody who's reaching out to you to try to work things out with you, to try to build something with you. But I'm also getting that this is somebody else. So I feel like you're going to have multiple options, especially when it comes to love and friendship in February, because it looks like there's somebody here who just hasn't gone over you, and they're going to message you and ask you if you can work things out together, ask if you can rebuild this partnership. But it also looks like you don't want that for most of you. You're like, yeah, I'll hear this person out. Yeah, I'll let this person speak, but my mind is already made up, and I feel like for most of you, your intentions are to reject this person or to reject this situation if it does come back up. Yeah. I feel like for some of you, the only reason this person's coming back into your life or trying to come back into your life is to be attached to your destiny. With the Six of Wands here, for some of you, you're meant to be publicly known. You're meant to be in the public eye. You're meant to be seen, heard, valued, appreciated, right? You have a way of bringing people together, and you're like the center point for that. You're like the light, right? You're the source. And I feel like this person wants to be attached to that. They want to be a part of that because of what comes with it, because of the notoriety, because of the potential money, because of whatever they could gain from your success is what I'm feeling. And I feel like you already know that about this person, or you can already identify that from this connection. You're like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. If this person were to come back into my life, that would be the only reason, is what I'm getting. Because I'm getting that this person is a little shallow, or this person's a little immature, or this person's a little superficial, especially with them showing up as the Page of Rods. We don't want to be dating pages, is what I'm getting. That's what Spirit said. We don't want to be dating pages. It's a cycle, is what I'm getting, and I feel like you've already learned the lesson. You've already completed the cycle, but sometimes the cycle has to come back up for us to close it out, is what I'm getting. And this feels like one of those situations where this person's trying to come back in, or something about this person's coming back up for you to close the chapter, for you to close the door and set yourself free. Because there's this new adventure, this new journey for you that's starting in February with the Fool card and the Judgment card here, and I'm getting it's time. You've paid your dues, right? So let's clarify the Fool card. I do see a lot of public recognition for you, especially if you have a platform or want to do something online with social media. I see you getting more attention, more views, more clicks, etc. And people really like what you're saying is what it looks like. This is like real, genuine followership or viewership or something like that. They like what you're saying. You help them, you heal them, you give them strength, you give them courage, you give them inspiration, motivation is what I'm getting, and they look up to you. So that's good. Let's see what the Fool card is about for my Virgos. What's the Fool? Okay. So first card is the Six of Swords. You've paid your dues. Five of Pentacles. And then we're seeing the Three of Wands, and we're seeing the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you may not be making the kind of money that you want to be making yet, but I feel like there's an opportunity to make more money in February. They want you to use an affirmation of like, I'm so rich, I'm so wealthy, I'm so prosperous, and continue to like tell yourself that throughout the month of February, because I see that Spirit is bringing in some kind of money, some kind of resources, or some kind of opportunity that sets you free in the sense of like, oh, I trust the universe. Oh, I'm finally starting to see the return on my investment. I'm getting something about ROI, return on investment. So something is being returned to you. Whatever is lost is being returned. The number 66 could be significant. All right. In the month of February. But there's also a new beginning. Some of you may be going on a boat, or you may be buying a boat. All right. And I'm also getting that you may be meeting some new spiritual people, some new spiritual friends in your real world. People who are also into crystals, people who are also into manifestation, people who are also into tarot, people who are also into the things that you are into. You're meeting those people in February, or you're reconnecting with those people in February. But the Fool card to me represents some kind of like new beginning. So you may be taking a road trip or some kind of like solo trip as well. You could be a year of the rat. In the Chinese zodiac, I'm seeing rats here. Okay, so rats also to me represent like gossip, rumors, slander. Again, Spirit doesn't want you to worry about that. Okay, to wait it out, because one, they're not true, and two, your angels are dealing with it, right? The way that they need to deal with it and the way that they see fit. Let your angels, let your guides deal with the slander, the gossip, the rumors, etc. I'm getting that you just like are very popular, or you're going to be very popular. People are going to want to talk about you, especially people from your past, from like high school, or from like from jobs from forever ago. It seems like people just want to talk about you, right? The Moon card. They're trying to figure out like how you have changed so much, how you've turned into the person that you are, all of this. They're trying to figure that out. But I feel like if they just watched you, they would learn a lot instead of talking about you. Or if they just asked you, you would potentially even tell them. But there is something about people here being kind of like intimidated or scared of you and what you know and what you do. People are afraid of what you practice, but I feel like what you're doing is helping a collective or helping a community. So keep doing what you're doing. I feel like you're very in tune with the moon. You could have an Aries moon, a Scorpio moon, or a Cancer moon, I just heard. Okay. What's the Judgment card? Ooh, the Knight of Cups. I feel like you are meeting somebody new romantically. Or you're going to this year, right? We talked about that. Like, you've awakened your divine counterpart. You've awakened your soulmate. Whatever you're looking for, whatever you want in life. It feels like you've awakened this person. And they may be really into water, or they could be a water sign, I'm hearing. Or someone has red hair. I'm getting something about like fish, Atlantis. You and this person have a past life in Atlantis. For some of you, you have a past life in Atlantis. You were a spiritual healer in Atlantis. You were a spiritual guide in Atlantis. I'm hearing the Atlantean people, they had a lot of spiritual gifts. They had a lot of like gifts. You're one of them. That's why Spirit is saying that you can't lose your gift. It's innate. Some of you may also resonate with like mermaids and dolphins, I'm seeing. Seeing the Four of Pentacles. Okay, we're seeing the King of Pentacles. The World. Wow. And we're seeing the Queen of Cups. So here's the thing about February. Nobody can get anything by you because you're showing up as the Queen of Cups regardless of your gender. You're very like, spiritually in tune is what I'm getting in the month of February. It is Pisces season in Western astrology, so you're going to be receiving a lot of like spiritual downloads and spiritual messages and spiritual feelings and sensations and things like that, and the universe is going to send you confirmation. I feel like you're going to be very like in tune and in touch with your higher self. The World card is also here, which represents the end of something. You've paid your dues, you're closing out a chapter in February, but it also feels like you're closing out a chapter now whenever you're listening to this, so that this new beginning can manifest into your life in February. I'm also seeing something about looking for a home or looking for a new home in February. It may be time for you to start looking to move homes or to change homes or something like that, with the Fool card, the Page of Rods, and the Judgment. Spirit's kind of saying like it's time to start looking for that new home. It's time to start looking for that new apartment. It's time to start like figuring out the finances and whatever it is that you need for that, okay? But I'm also getting that you're going to feel very like secure in the month of February. There's this feeling of like safety, comfort, security, because your angels are around you and your angels are protecting you very heavily in the month of February. So nothing can hurt you and nothing is going to be able to like stop your progress. I also saw 727 earlier today, which is an angel number we've talked about before on this channel, and I just saw 555 as well. So a lot of angel numbers and a lot of synchronicities, but the 727 means that you are making progress. So it's important that you remind this to yourself throughout February. I am making progress. I have made progress. Spirit wants you to accept yourself. I accept me for who I am. That's an affirmation you can use for yourself as well. But like I said, you've awakened your divine counterpart. Yeah, you really have. There may be something about long distance or somebody moving to you, like somebody may be moving to your city or you moving to someone's city or something like that. Or there may be a long distance connection here, but I feel like you share a past life with this person, your counterpart, right? You share a past life with your divine counterpart, and you're going to be meeting them this spring or summer, right? You may be talking to them more like telepathically or through your meditations or something like that in February. That's why I'm picking up on it, because for some of you, you're not quite ready for the real thing yet. You're not quite ready for that relationship yet. You either just got out of a relationship, you just gave yourself closure, you just accepted that a past person was not your person, or you're just not really in the mood for a relationship or love, which is totally fine, because I feel like, again, you're coming out of this hermit phase and you're beginning to put yourself back out into the community, right? What does that say? Closure. Yeah. You're giving yourself closure for a past situation and you're very happy about it. Closure says closing out karmic cycles, conflict resolution. So you will be closing out some kind of karmic cycle between now and the end of February, and you'll be very happy about it. Gratitude says the secret of having it all is knowing that you already do. The secret of having it all is knowing that you already do. And you already do. Have it all, Virgo. Okay. Was there anything else I needed to talk about? I don't think so. Let's get one last card. Text message. I'm going to leave this here on this because I knew this was going to come out today. I've been seeing it in all of my meditations, and I've been seeing it every time that I'm pre-shuffling. I just keep hearing about a text message, specifically a text message or like a DM. So somebody may be reaching out to you from a new phone or from a phone number that you don't really recognize or don't have saved anymore. I don't feel like you've blocked this person. If you have blocked this person, they're getting a new number to reach out to you. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's just a text message that's coming through. Somebody's reaching out, coming forward, and you'll know what to do, because we've talked about it in this reading. So you may want to re-listen to this reading before answering the text message or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there because Spirit wants me to. There's an important text message and or phone call that's coming in for you. And I feel like you're meeting somebody new. Whether this be new romantically or you're meeting like a new friend or a new coworker or something like that, but you're going to be meeting somebody new, and there's going to be a lot of text messages back and forth is what I'm getting. Or there's somebody here who's texting you, trying to like send a bunch of text messages to see if it's really over. And I feel like you're going to be responding with, yes, it's over. Because what I was getting is that if you get back with this person or if you get back with these people, you just restart the cycle and it ends the same way that it ended before. Something like that, but you just put yourself down the cycle again, or you just put yourself down this like, I don't know, I'm seeing like a sewer. It's like going down into the sewer and you've put yourself back on the same track or the same cycle again if you allow this person back into your life, is what I'm getting. And I feel like you don't want that because you've already learned the lesson. And I feel like you have someone good in your life currently, or you have someone good coming into your life, and you don't want to lose that or jeopardize that, because that person is like genuinely connected to your soul. They're a soul mate, a divine counterpart. Okay. For those of you that's not playing out now in through the rest of February, that will play out in like May and June, like we talked about, because I do feel like you will be meeting your divine counterpart or be reconnecting with your divine counterpart, soulmate, etc. in May or June. Okay. Hopefully this helped you. That is what I have for you, and that's where I'm going to leave this reading. Sending you love always. Take care of your beautiful self. Stay hydrated, and I will catch you in the next one.